Good evening and welcome to Gaming with Reg Bob. We are about to discuss the Wii U free collection, part 3. So far, I've just been pretty much sorting out the Skylander figures. I've made a couple of sales, which we'll talk about shortly, and I've also made a few game purchases, which we'll get to in a bit. Okay, so what have I done so far? So I've basically just been sorting out the Skylanders. So like I said in the video before, I didn't really know much about them. So I did a bit of research, and with the 3 Skylander games, I've kind of like sorted them out. So obviously we've got the Skylander Swap Force. Okay, so what I've done is I've put them together in starter packs. So in the Skylander Swap Force starter pack, you obviously got the game, the portal, and these 3 figures. Okay, so if you look on the bottom of the figures, they've got like a baby blue colour on the bottom, which is the Swap Force edition of the Skylanders. The next starter pack that I put together was the Skylanders Trap Team. So looking at the research with this one, this seems to be the most desirable, the most expensive set. Okay, so we've got the game, the portal, and the 2 figures and the little modules that sit in the portal itself. With these ones, the Trap Team, they have got the red plastic on the bottom. Then the final Skylanders game that we had in the bundle, we've got the Superchargers. Okay, so obviously we've got the game there, we've got the portal, and the 3 figures that came with the starter pack. So nothing really to make these stand out. They haven't really got a clear plastic bottom on them, but from my research there, that's the star pack. So what I think I'm going to do with the game collection, obviously there's no point having games if you can't actually play them. So I'm going to keep these 3 starter packs, so at least we can kind of play the games. And if we want to play them in the future, we've got the options and all the bits and bobs that we need. So at the moment, I'm keeping these 3 starter packs. Okay, these figures here, these are from the Supercharger set. So I'm not sure what to do with these at the moment. I've done a bit of research on them, and they're roughly worth about £2, to be honest. Probably get about £5 on eBay, but about £2 CX voucher. So that's why they're up there with the Supercharger. So these figures here, so these are from the Swap Force. They're not part of the starter pack, but they're like add-ons that you can buy. So looking at these figures here, as you can see, they've got the baby blue plastic on the bottom. So they're worth about £5 CX voucher. Probably get about £10 on eBay for them. And then these ones up here. Okay, as you can see them, these have all got the red plastic on the bottom, so we know they're from the Trap Team Skylanders. So, like I said before, these are the more desirable ones, and I've totaled them up because CX actually do take them. And if I traded them in for voucher, we're probably looking about £47 for those altogether. But I think what I want to do is get cash for them, just so I can buy more bits and bobs for the collection. At the end of the day, I've still got to get my £100 back, and to get us back to 0, so it's free. And then obviously I want to be able to buy and invest in the collection in the future, maybe pick up a few more bargains, so I can start really building and bulking the games out for the collection. Okay, so that's my options so far. So then we come to these ones here. Okay, so these are a bit of a mix of things. So these ones here, they've got like an orangey bit of plastic on the bottom. Okay, so they're from the Skylanders Giants, I believe. So I've not actually got that, but these 2 figures here are from the starter pack. So in the future, if I do pick up the game and the portal, I've at least got 2 figures, and there's one figure, one other figure that I'm missing from the starter pack, and I believe it's this one here. As you can see, it's got the orange, but it's like a blue colour. So I think that's like the dark element. And then I've got all these other figures here. So these are all from the Giants collection. There is a few more Skylander games, but what I can see, I've not got any figures from those. So at the moment, I'm not really worried about those. But yeah, like I said, if I see a Giants, I've already got some of the figures, but I've got all these here. So just a quick recap, I've got the starter pack for the SWAT Force, the starter pack for the trap teams, the starter pack for the superchargers, a few surplus supercharger figures, roughly £2. I got some surplus SWAT Force figures, roughly £5 in value. Surplus at the moment, trap team figures, they're about 47, but I reckon at a push I could probably get 60 cash maybe at eBay after fees and postage and stuff like that. And like I said, I've got the Skylander Giant figures here. Okay. Also in the bundle, the original bundle that I bought for £100, we had the Legos Dimensions. So sorry, it's a bit of a mess, but obviously we've got the game, and we've got 4 sets, I believe. Yeah, 4 sets. So we've got all the instructions, and then I've bagged them up into the various sets. Now there is a few bits missing from the sets, but nothing major that you can't pick up. But all the main characters are there, and everything that you need to play the game and see it through are all there for the sets. I'm not sure what I want to do with this at the moment. I did notice that there was a slight, I don't know if you can see it, the plastic on the wire there. It still works. I've tested it. It still works fine, but it's a little bit frustrating. So, and I'm a big Lego fan, but with these, I didn't realise, because I actually thought there was some pages missing from the instruction manual. Because if you look at the Scooby-Doo, for example, you start off by building the characters, and then there's nothing for the rest. But then I realised, once I actually read the instructions and looked at it, so once you've built the main characters, you put them on the portal, and then it loads the instructions up on the screen, which then gives you the option to build various add-ons for the Scooby-Doo, for example. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do. If you want to comment, and if you've got any ideas, just comment in the comments box. But I'm thinking I could possibly sell this as it stands. Like I said, I'm not happy with the wire. There's a few bits missing. I might bundle all this together. So if I sold it separately, the biggest earner there would be the Scooby-Doo. It's roughly about £15. The Ninjago one was a £5. The DC Comics Cyborg was a £10, and the actual starter pack itself, which is the game, the little portal, and the big bag of Lego here, is roughly about £15 as well. So total probably about 45. But to be honest, I'd be happy if I bundled it all together and I got 30, maybe 35 after the fees and postages. I'd be happy with that. Okay, so that's the options with that. So we'll see at a later date what we do with that, but that's where we're at. Okay, so what have I actually done? Because at the moment, it looks like I've done is sorting out. So we briefly talked about it in the last episode. So I had this Splatoon figure here. Okay, so I think I said I could probably get about £30 for it. So I've actually sold that, and that's getting posted tomorrow. So I managed to get 32 after fees and postage for that. So I'm well happy with that. Okay, so that's a chunk off our £100 investment. Okay, so the next thing I sold on eBay was these Team Trap Skylanders, or Trap Teams, if we can get it the right way around. So they're the ones with the red on the bottom. Okay, so I sold this set, recently finished about half an hour ago. So I managed to sell that for £35. Okay, so that was also getting posted, and that's £35 cash in my bank after I've taken off fees and postage. Okay, so with that and the Splatoon character there, okay, so that's given us £67 back from our £100 investment. Okay, and finally we've got the Trap Team edition, again with the red plastic on the bottom. Okay, so that's a set as well. So that's currently on eBay at the moment. That doesn't finish till tomorrow. I've got it on a 7-day bid, and that's currently at, last time I checked, at £39. But obviously you need to take fees and postage off that. So like I said, £67. If I can get £33 for that after postage and fees, that with my 67, that is the £100 investment back. So we'll see how we go with that. So yeah, like I said, that was the aim in the last video, to try and get the £100 back from selling those 3 separate little bundles there. Well, 2 bundles and the Splatoon character. So we're well on target for that. Okay, me being impatient and couldn't wait to sell everything and get the cash in the bank first, I seen a little post on Facebook Marketplace, and someone was selling this little wee bundle here for £30. I did go in with a little cheeky offer of 25, but no, they were firm on the £30, but I didn't mind paying for it, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games there. Okay, so we've got Disney Infinity, which is very similar to the Skylanders, but again, I don't really know much about it other than what I've briefly researched. We've got the new Super Mario Bros. U and new Super Luigi U, Sports Connect game, Super Mario 3D World, Super Smash Bros., Zombie U, Mario Kart and Splatoon. So there's some good essential Mario games in there for the collection. Okay, however, we already had Splatoon and we already had Mario Kart in the collection from the original £100 investment. So what I'm going to do is, these are quite popular games, and obviously I don't need 2 copies, and we definitely don't need 2 copies in the collection. So, but all these ones here we haven't got, so I'm definitely keeping those, going to add them to the collection. Okay, with these 2, I think the best option, because realistically I'm probably only going to get £9 if I'm lucky after fees and postage on eBay. I don't really want them messing about with the postage, going to the post office and everything, just for £9, when I can take them both into CX, and they will trade. The discs are all the discs are clean on them. There's like no scratches or anything. So I'm going to trade those in for £8, I believe, last time I checked on CX for those 2. So yeah, £22 cash, and then we'll get an £8 voucher. So 6 games that we need for the collection and an £8 voucher for £30 investment. To be honest, I think that's quite good. Okay, so like I said, we've still not got the initial £100 back, but we're hoping that will give us £100 once we've sold that. But obviously I've just paid £30 for that. So the game collection, even though it's called a free Wii U collection, owes me £130. However, like I said, sold the Splatoon character for 32, so that puts us at minus £98. I've sold the white Skylander set, so that puts us at minus £63. Okay, so far we are at, and I'll do a full video on the collection in the next episode of what we've got, and obviously hopefully we've got some more cash. So yeah, we've done a lot of sorting out with the Skylanders. We've added 6 more games to the collection. We are currently minus £63 on the collection, but hopefully that'll go down, aiming towards that 0, that 3 mark, by the end of tomorrow once they've sold. They're definitely going to sell, it just depends on how much they are. And we've also got a CX voucher for £8 once I've traded those in. So next video, there's quite a lot of information there, so next video I'll do a full recap. I'll show the collection in full, tidy it up a bit, make it a bit more presentable. Hopefully you'll enjoy and understand the video a lot more. Okay, thanks for listening. Good night.